You're watching Fugitive RedEye, and welcome to another episode of RedEye Raw. Today I'll be talking about entertainment magazines, of all sorts of articles you'll see that are supposed to be news about entertainment. And no, I'm not going to talk about, how a lot of them are overly political, because I already kind of touched on that in my previous episode of RedEye Raw. But I will say, all the things I said about movies being overly political are like 10 times worse when it comes to fucking magazine articles. Those are some of the fucking worst. But that's a subject I've already touched on, and like I said, this isn't going to be a political channel ever. It will never be my intention to be, so I'm not going to get too into that. I already talked about it, said my piece. Today I'm just going to talk about how stupid and mindless and inane every fucking article I get recommended to me on my Google News tab are. Now you could be asking yourself, why do you not just disable the Google News tab on your phone? Why don't you just make it so you don't get notifications for that? I probably should. In all honesty, it's really stupid. But part of it is I like to see some of the really stupid ones for potential future RedEye Responds episodes, because some of them were bad enough that they may merit a response. But I constantly get stupid-ass articles telling me, this cosplayer brings this character to life, blah blah blah, you'll never believe it. This person is now this old, you'll never believe how they look at their stunning transformation. This JoJo character gender bend cosplay brings new life to the character. It's like, why? Why are you doing this? I do not give a shit about cosplay. I understand that there's a lot of people who are really into cosplay. I could not give two shits about cosplay, I'm sorry. Some of the costumes are cool and interesting and can be pretty attractive or just really amazing with how much fucking effort gets put into them, but it's not something I'll ever be super into. And it's not something I constantly want to see 20 of the same fucking articles, each about a different cosplay, like this new Jotaro Kujo cosplay, this new gender bend Giorno brings new life to the character, these cosplays are so realistic, they're stunning, these are so much like the character, it's unreal. Then of course you get all of these fucking outlets, jumping onto, trends and trying to seem super fucking relatable and be like, see, we're cool, we like the same things you like, when it's like, ugh. For instance, I saw fucking billions of fucking articles. I'm exaggerating the number, of course, but I saw so many fucking articles that are like, Baby Yoda this, Baby Yoda that, baby... Look, I fucking love The Mandalorian, okay? It's great. I will be doing a review of it. I've seen the whole first season. It's fucking fantastic. If you haven't seen The Mandalorian, definitely check it out. I love it. And the child, which is, referred to as the fans as Baby Yoda, interesting character. He's a major plot point. There would be no plot to The Mandalorian without him. That said, I am fucking tired of hearing about Baby Yoda. Like I said, I really like the character, and some of the memes were kind of funny at first, but when, all these fucking entertainment outlets are talking about it as if it's the only fucking aspect of the show, it drives me nuts. Screen Rant does this one thing that's really fucking annoying, where they're like, 5 blank that could defeat blank, and 5 that wouldn't stand a chance. For instance, 5 My Hero Academia characters that could defeat Goku, and 5 that wouldn't stand a chance. It's like, okay, none of them could compete with Goku or anything like that. That's fucking stupid to say anything like that. That's fucking retarded. But, regardless, they do that format a lot. 5 Simpsons characters that need to go, or 5 Simpsons characters that should be brought back, and 5 that need to go. And fuck them, because they said Hans Moleman was one that needed to be phased out. Go fuck yourself. Hans Moleman is a great character, and if you say otherwise, you're just wrong. They do that all the time, and, it's not just Screen Rant that does it. There's, some fucking, I think it's Comic Book Report is what it stands for. It's CBR, I don't know. I see a lot of the same ones where they say the same fucking shit over and over again. And, I've never taken, entertainment outlets that serious. At least I haven't for fucking years. When I was, 12, I used to read Game Informer. To be fair, I've read a little bit of Game Informer as an adult, too. I'm not going to say I haven't. But when I was younger, I used to take, reviewers and stuff more seriously. Because critics and reviewers are fucking awful. It's kind of become, a meme at this point with, you see, these game reviewers. And they'll be playing a game, and, the simplest shit will just be foreign as hell to them. Like that one guy that infamously had that, Cuphead, thing where he was trying to jump and dash over the thing, which it literally fucking tells you how to do, and he couldn't do it. And then also he had a fucking... that same guy tried the Doom Eternal demo, and had very similar issues. Ironically, it also kind of had to do with jumping and dashing. I don't know why this guy can't jump and dash, he's just bad. And of course, again, not going to go too into it, but a lot of review scores tend to go on political leanings. Like, if one thing tends to lean a certain way, it's going to get a higher review than something that doesn't, regardless of the quality of the product. Again, I've already touched on this. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but it is something that happens in review circles. And you will constantly see disparaging disconnect between audience scores and reviewer scores, to the point where some websites will alter their audience score criteria or remove things. There was that Funimation thing that Ishizoku reviewers or something. I don't know. It didn't sound like something I'd be interested in to begin with anyway. If I was going to watch something like that, I'd watch a hentai, in all honesty. Because like that just sounds like borderline hentai. It sounds stupid. If something is just fucking fan service for the sake of fan service, it doesn't really interest me. Point is, there was, a bunch of backlash because Funimation canceled it. And again, you know how I feel about Funimation given the whole current situation with their controversy with the whole Vic Mignogna thing, which, again, I've already made my opinion on that clear. I'm definitely stand with Vic. I understand people who aren't, and I'm not gonna have a debate about it because I'm not a debater. Point is, even if I agreed with Funimation on their claims, which I don't, I wouldn't agree with their behavior anyway. But regardless, that's irrelevant. Anyway, but they had a bunch of backlash because they canceled some stupid ecchi anime thing after 4 episodes of dubbing it, which it's like, you should know what you're getting into if you're gonna fucking dub something. And that's also been pulled from like several TV networks and stuff, but they got a lot of backlash. So a certain anime review website, which apparently has been striking down videos, so I won't name them, had it placed at like number 1 in their most popular anime ever. But then as backlash to that, they started implementing anti-troll measures to make it so, which granted, I think it was very trolly. I doubt that series is number 1 material. It sounds just like generic ecchi bullshit to me. I'm going to be honest, it does not seem interesting, in my opinion. If you want to watch it, by all means, but it looked fucking stupid to me anyway. But point is, they implemented all these measures to make it more difficult for audiences to rank anime, so, which, granted, I do think they were review bombing it. I do think that's true. I do think that it was legitimately, like, maybe there's some people who consider it the best anime of all time, but I doubt that it is, you know what I mean? Of course, there's all these other companies that push for all sorts of localization changes and censorship, which something I'm strongly against in any way, shape, or form. And some of them aren't, like, as major, but the point is there's all sorts of stuff with that where there's a big disconnect. And a lot of these media outlets will reach out to have things censored, and if companies cave to it, then they get backlash from people who would actually pay money to play the games, as opposed to these people who would probably get free review copies. And there's a lot of things I'll see that are just like, why is this news? Like, there was a thing that announced that, Dog Chapman made a tweet because he's sad about the fact that his wife is gone. Why are you posting about this? Just fucking why? Like, I feel really bad for the guy. He lost his wife that he was married to for a long time. Just leave him the fuck alone. Why do you gotta be like, oh, Dwayne Chapman tweets this plea, like, saying, where are you, Beth? It's like, why are you doing this to the guy? Why are you kicking someone while they're down? I mean, maybe you're not intentionally doing that, but I get a feeling this is like a Britney's New Look thing, where you just can't leave people the fuck alone. And saying those words made me remember the Leave Britney Alone guy, so that was, that's a thing that happened, isn't it? But that's irrelevant. I would be reading some examples on here, but it's on my phone, which is what I'm using to record. But there's a lot of those dumb articles I constantly get, and I constantly get news of them, like I get notifications for them, and they're all really, really dumb. And again, this is on the Google News tab, and I'm just like, a lot of this is just, how is this fucking news? I mean, the term slow news day comes to mind a lot when I see this shit, when it's like, you'll see, like, the news of, like, somewhere getting shot up, and then immediately, the next thing you'll see is, which JoJo's Bizarre Adventure character are you? This new test tells you with great accuracy. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I feel like there should be separate pages for, news and dumb shit that I don't care about. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've taken a which JoJo character are you quiz before at work. One of my coworkers was doing it and had me answer questions. I'm Josuke, by the way, apparently, so maybe I can get a pompadour going and have that going for me. But anyway, I just feel like there's a lot of bullshit that is not news that gets passed off as like new. Like it's I guess in the very simplest definition of the word, some of it is kind of news because it's spreading information, but it's like it's incessant irrelevant, out-of-touch information that just feels like a lot of companies being like, how do you do, fellow kids? Because a lot of it, they try to be fucking relatable. Like, they'll be like, they'll talk about how much they love Pickle Rick. I mean, this is... You know what I mean? They'll talk about, like, oh, Rick and Morty is great because of this, and that. The secret depth of BoJack Horseman, which I bet nobody saw before. I bet you nobody could tell that BoJack Horseman was a depressing show. I bet you nobody fucking knew that. I thank you for telling me. I was unaware. Next thing, I bet you they're going to try and tell me that Super Mario 2 is Doki Doki Panic, in which case I'll be equally shocked. But yeah... These fucking entertainment magazines are just cancer. In the simplest form, they are just cancer. And I cannot stand them. Like, Screen Rant's one of the worst ones, for sure. Comic Book Report, which is what I think that stands for, is pretty bad, too. Like, they're both really bad. But, there's a lot of dumb shit out there. But I don't like these entertainment magazines. And, if you read them, I mean, good for you, I guess, but I tend to like to not be, like, condescended to, because it's kind of condescending. It's almost like, oh, we know you like this thing. You like this thing, right? You're good. You like the thing that the masses like. We're going to stoop to your level. We like it, too. And then they'll be like, oh, yes, we'll explain stuff for you. We'll overly explain something that everyone already fucking understands. This celebrity talks about why this celebrity was good to them. This celebrity talks about why they don't like this celebrity. 5 wrestlers that CM Punk likes in real life, and 5 that he hates. In parentheses, enemies. You see what I mean? It's a bunch of dumb shit. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. That's enough of this shit. See you later.